Hello dear students, let us start our discussion about solenoid. What is solenoid? A solenoid is a long wire in a close packed helix and carrying a current I through itself. So if we assume there is a solenoid, then there are many turns in the solenoid and they are formed in a helical form of the close packing, and there is a current flowing through the solenoid. Now let us calculate what will be the magnetic field at any point on the axis of the solenoid. So suppose that we have a solenoid. This is a solenoid, and suppose that this one is the midpoint of the coil, and there are n turns throughout the total length. Suppose that total length of the solenoid is L, and a small n is the number of turn per unit length. Number of turn per unit length. So if we assume midpoint of the solenoid O at here and the axis of the solenoid at here, and we can also consider a point P where we want to calculate the total magnetic field induction, magnetic field intensity at this point due to the total current flowing through the coil of the solenoid. So for this calculation, let us assume that we have a small loop element. Suppose that this one is A and B. This is the small width of the solenoid, because we can divide this solenoid in many of this type of element for the assuming at the circular loop by which we can provide the magnetic field at this point with the help of the circular loop formula. So if we assume that the length of this AB width of the solenoid is dx, then how many turns of the wire contains by this solenoid? So how many turns? There are n dot dx turn. So AB contains n dot dx total turn in this AB width of this solenoid. So if we join this A to the P, then if we assume that the radius of the solenoid is A, and this value becomes A, and the point P exists at a distance of x from the center of the solenoid, and the distance of P from the A is R. Okay, then if we join the B to the P, then we can see that if the line joining from P to A forms an angle theta at the axis of the solenoid, with the axis of the solenoid, then if the point B making joining to P forms an angle d theta, this is d theta, then if this angle is made by the help of d theta, then what will be the total angle made by the total width of this solenoid at this point? This helps to calculate the magnetic field at this point P. So let us start our calculation. Suppose that if we draw perpendicular line on this AP line, then this intersect at any point C. So we are seeing that what will be the value of this angle, because these two lines are parallel to each other, and this one is treated as transversal, then this angle is equal to this angle. It means this will be also equal to theta. So if we apply the Biot-Savart law and then calculate what will be the magnetic field at this point due to this circular current loop, then we can find out the total magnetic field induction due to this small circular current loop containing total turn n dx is dB will be equal to mu 0 ni. N means total number of turn, that is n dx, n dot dx, into I dot A square, A is the radius of this circular loop, divided by twice of the A square plus A square x square whole power 3 by 2. And the direction of this magnetic field due to this current circular loop will along the axis of the solenoid. Okay, so if we want to calculate what will be the total magnetic field due to the solenoid at this point, so we have to integrate it, but before this we have to calculate some facts before integrating it. So what are the main facts? We have to reduce this value of dx in terms of theta, also this will be reduced in the terms of a and r. So let us make our solution. If we talk about this triangle ABC, then angle C is 90 degree. So if we take the sine of theta in this triangle, then we get what? In triangle ACB, sine of theta will be equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is BC, divided by AB. Now what will be the value of BC? What will be the value of BC? So if these 2 points are very close to each other, so AP will be treated as equal to BP, because these 2 points are very close to each other. So if we apply the formula of angle equal to arc upon radius, so this angle d theta will be defined as the ratio of the arc, that is BC divided by R. So from here d theta is equal to BC divided by R. So from here we get what? BC equal to R dot d theta. So we can put the value of BC from here, R dot d theta divided by AB. What is the value of AB? This is dx. This is dx. Okay, so from here we can easily obtain what will be the value of dx. After transposing the dx at this side and sine theta this side, we get dx equal to r of d theta divided by sine of theta. Okay, so the value of dx can be put in this formula. Now what will be the value of a square plus x square? So calculating it, we can get, suppose that this one is the one and this one is the second. Now from here we are seeing that this is a right angle triangle AOP. So R square equal to a square plus x square. It means in triangle AOP, a square plus x square equal to r square. So what will be the value of a square plus x square whole power 3 by 2? So a square plus x square का whole power 3 by 2 becomes r square power 3 by 2. So 2, this is equal to r cube. So if we put these two values of dx and a square plus x square in this equation first, then we get what? dB is equal to mu 0 n I a square dot dx, that is r d theta by sine theta, r d theta by sine theta divided by twice of the value of this becomes r cube. So r cube. So here 1 r will be cancelled by this, then this becomes mu 0 n I a square by twice of r square dot d theta by sine of theta. Now we are seeing that two different terms, a square by r square. So if we want to eliminate in the terms of theta, we look again in the triangle AOP. In this triangle, we find that sine of theta equal to a by r, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So a by r can be reduced by sine of theta. So a square by r square can replace with sine square theta. So this can be replaced by sine square theta. So this becomes mu 0 ni sine square theta divided by twice of sine theta dot d theta. So from here one sine theta will be cancel each other, and we get dB is equal to mu 0 half of mu 0 ni sine of theta d theta. This is the formula for the small magnetic small value of the magnetic field due to this small current loop strip at this point. So if you want to calculate the total magnetic field due to the total turn of the solenoid at this point, then we have to integrate this equation number 4. So after integrating it, we get what? We are looking that if we join the first turn to the point P, then if this makes an angle theta 1 and the last turn of the solenoid to the P, and if this makes the value of theta 2, then we have to integrate this equation with respect to theta 1 to theta 2. This means from theta 1 to theta 2, 1 by 2 mu 0 ni sine of theta d theta. So from here we get 1 by 2 mu 0 ni as outside, and from here we get sine of theta 1 to theta 2 sine of theta d theta. So integration of sine theta is cos of theta. So this becomes 1 by 2 mu 0 ni and minus of cos theta from theta 1 to theta 2. So if we place the value of theta 2 as first and theta 1 as after, then we get theta minus of minus, that is plus. So cos theta 1 minus cos of theta 2. So we get the value of equal to 1 by 2 mu 0 ni cos of theta 1 minus cos of theta 2. This is the formula for the magnetic field at any point. So we obtain a formula. What? This is equal to B equal to 1 by 2 mu 0 ni cos of theta 1 minus cos of theta 2. Okay, so we can take two different cases. Special case 1, when we want to calculate the magnetic field inside a solenoid of whose length is infinite and cross-sectional area is very small. It means thin solenoid and very long. If solenoid is thin and very long, then magnetic field at any point just inside the solenoid. So this can be calculated as 1 by 2 mu 0 ni, and what will be the value if we assume the solenoid as very thin and very large. So for this, if we pick up a point P inside the solenoid, then this makes an angle with the first turn as with the axis nearly equal to 0 degree, and this one makes the angle of pi degree, that is 180 degree with the axis. So we can put the value of cos theta 1 as cos of 0 degree and minus of cos of pi for theta 2. So what will be the value of magnetic field inside a solenoid which is very thin and very long? So this will be equal to 1 by 2 mu 0 ni cos 0 that is 1, cos pi that is minus of 1, so this becomes 2 and 2 this will be cancel each other, so this becomes mu 0 Ni. So what will be the value of the magnetic field inside a solenoid? Which is very thin and very long, so the magnetic field inside a solenoid is nearly uniform and the magnitude of this magnetic field is mu 0 Ni. Now if you want to calculate the magnetic field at the end of the solenoid, so what will be the value of the magnetic field at the end of the solenoid? So calculating it, if we assume about the case 2, the magnetic field be at the end of solenoid, end of a long solenoid. So in this, if we assume that this is a solenoid and this is very long and we want to calculate the magnetic field at this point P, then this is the axis of the solenoid. Then if we join this point to the first turn of the coil, then this angle made by the line is assumed as 0 degree, and if we connect the last turn to the axis, then it makes the value of 90 degree. So if we put the value of theta 1 as 0 degree and theta 2 at 90 degree, then we can easily calculate what will be the value of the magnetic field at the end of the solenoid. This will be equal to half of mu 0 Ni in cos of 0 minus cos of 90. So cos of 90 becomes 0. So cos 0 equal to 1. So this becomes half of mu 0 Ni. So this is the value of the magnetic field at the end of the solenoid, or the last end of the solenoid. Similarly, we can easily obtain the magnetic field intensity at the first end of the solenoid. Same magnitude will obtain, but direction of the magnetic field is always from along its direction of the axis. Okay, in both cases the direction of the magnetic field is same, but also magnitude will also same. This is all about the solenoid. You can solve different types of numerical problem based on the solenoid. Solve it. Okay, till now, take care. Thank you.